Hello and welcome to another LEGO Bootleg review. This is Xinh Bootleg, X-I-N-H, of Ghostbusters. Yeah, sure, all of them actually covering the Ghostbusters logo. So yeah, we got Egan, Ray, Peter and Winston, all four of the Ghostbusters. No one is racist here, so no one's left out. Except, oh yeah, back of the box is different for every one of them. The one in the box stands out on top. Even have that Chinese name printed on here. So, if you want to take a close look at the box art, please feel free to head over to the Flickr link in the video description below. And the side, not just the box art, of course, photo shoot of the figures and the manuals. And one of the bonuses that comes inside. So, each character does have his own instruction sheet, which it's kind of cool because the basic Proton Packs the same, but they do have a little bit of difference in accessories. And on the back it shows you what figures that this brand has is going to and has released. So on top there you have the Ghostbusters, and then you have the basic hero set, which sort of pointless since every like Deku and Xinh have done these heroes, so they're probably better there anyway. Well, these guys do have round shoulders and they do have back head prints, so maybe they'll be good. But there's some Star Wars ones. Note that every single figure that they've released has been the same characters as the other brands, like the selection of Iron Man armors, selection of Ninjago characters, selection of Star Wars characters, they all have been done, so it's almost as if they just bootleg the bootlegs. They obviously came out after the other bootleg companies, so I just sort of failed to see the point. Like, you got a cheap brand that's doing the cheap stuff. Why would you want to do the exact same characters when you're coming in late? People have obviously already picked up the characters that they want from the cheap stuff, and the cheap stuff doesn't stop producing them up to some point. Like, you know, the quantity is high and available everywhere, so I don't know why you would want to do that. Anyway. So, apart from that, inside you also have 2 random cards. So, I've got 8 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, these cards seem to be completely random, and you can see that actually, so it's the Hero Returns. You see that they're actually playing cards. They're not. I wouldn't really use these as playing cards. They're a bit too cardboardy for playing cards, but it is a nice thing. Like, apart from just recycling the ideas of having a Ninjago style card, or a card just has a name on it and sort of useless, these are actually playing cards. And but they're completely random. But I guess up to a certain point you will collect a full set if you buy all of their branded stuff. So you got Ace, Diamond Ace, which is Star Wars, King of Diamonds, Grey Hulk, who's wearing slightly different coloured pants. I wonder if their version has something like that. Got Queen of Hearts, Iron Man, J of Hearts, Iron Man. I imagine maybe all the J's, no, all the Hearts are Marvel Iron Mans, maybe. Spade, Superman, Man of Steel version, Clover for Odin. Same version as that Deku came out. We got Doctor Doom for number 3 of Clover. 2 of Clover is Martian Manhunter. So it seems to be random. Who knows? If eventually I complete the set, then I'll do another video showcasing it. So before we move on to these figures, I do have the official Ghostbusters figures still, and they can sort of stand in the front somewhere. There we go. And I do have to point out that these are copies of the bootleg's copy of the official LEGO stuff, but do have to mention, just like I did in the Ghostbusters video, that before Ghostbusters LEGO was a thing, there was an online custom parts store that did the parts, and I like these Proton Packs so much more. Just turn this around. Like, you have to build this own Proton Pack, and it doesn't really look like, it kind of looks like the Proton Pack, but seriously, this is the Proton Pack. It's so much smaller, less bulky. I mean, look at the size of this thing. It's insane. And you also have the Proton Pack gun. So, don't cross the streams. I like that on here, even though this is a custom piece, you got the like a little hole for stud there so you can place it. So you got these two holes there to plug things in, and you got both these ends are the same sort of Lego hand size. Even the Proton Pack, you have a little extra piece there that you can plug things into. So, and this is also the size of a stud, so you can probably hang these up on a customized little cupboard. So that's really good on the custom pieces. That's why I've kept them. I like them a lot more. But let's head over to the Proton Packs of the Bootleg. So no, I'm going to just have one of these guys standing on the edge there just so you can see him. Okay, so here's a Proton Pack Bootleg thing. You can see it's, well, for one thing, it's smaller than the official one. Okay, so actually missing a plate compared to the official one. It's smaller. They actually told me to build it the other way around, and all of these circle plates are misprinted somehow. They never quite got the rotation right. So yeah. So that one is misprinted. Let's see which one's the best one. Okay, this one comes closest, and you can see that the coloring on here is a lot brighter than the official ones. It's not necessarily a bad thing, it's just different, so it's just brighter. And the overall build for all of these are okay, they're solid enough. But yeah, if you follow the instructions, what they've done, you can see that I did it the wrong way. But so that's enough of them. So let's start with Peter Venkman then, aka Garfield. Let's see, where is he? Oh, there he is. Let me just get the figures right next to me. So there's the Bootleg. Notice that the paint on the Bootleg is a bit blurrier. The coloring is slightly off, and the lines are a lot thicker than the official one. The face also only uses one less coloring, so he's got black eyebrows instead of brown, and hair is a lot thinner, and the coloring of the hair is lighter, and the skin color is a bit more orangey. Torso color is almost the same, but the plastic just seems a bit thinner, so it doesn't hold the coloring as well. Inside it is official Lego shapes there. Leg does have a peg on it, like this little bump on the hinge that holds the leg, just like official Lego. And he does have back printing that does say Pete Y. So if I was to get the official one, whoops, and I'm going to take the pack off the official guy. And just get his hair off. Okay, clutch is a bit of an issue, the hair is a bit tight. You can see, again, they have copied out the print there, but same issues as it has on the front. Slightly different colors. They do have red for the tongue there, but the coloring is, again, just oh so slightly off. So, official guy, you can have your hair back. Come on, step back there. Now, I don't know how to feel about the smaller Proton Packs on the bootlegs, but well, I thought the official ones are too big anyway. So for me personally, I'm glad that it's smaller, but if you're someone who wants something to be exactly the same, then you're going to be a bit disappointed. Next we have Egon bootleg there, official guy here, and then I'm going to take the thing off. Oh well. Both of them do have the same accessory of a little portable radio. Hair is far too light. Lining here isn't as thick, it's actually thinner than the official one, but the paint isn't as heavy as the official one. So the colouring on the suit is slightly off, the skin slightly oranger, and the face print here is very close, but his eyebrows look a bit different. Also, Lego has printed the glasses white over the black eye pupils, whereas here it's the other way around. So, whereas here it looks like there's actually some glasses there covering the eyes. This one, it looks more like an older Lego figure where the glasses print doesn't actually cover the eyes. Just quickly head over to the back. It does say Ego X, whereas here It just says Egon. So slightly altered back for some reason. Don't know why they put X there. Ego X. What's that supposed to be? That's not his name. Also notice that the ghost is a bit different, but the ghost is missing the little twirly bit on top of the head. So I'm not sure what's going on there, but I mean, if they scanned this thing and just reprinted it, then it should be the same, but they didn't, so they must have got their own design from somewhere else. If anyone knows where they got the design from, that'd be great, but I'm guessing maybe this is their way of getting away the so-called copyright protection in China, because copyright protection in China is that loose that all you need is one slight difference and, you know, you get off scot-free. Unless it's a big Chinese company, in which case they'll probably shoot you. But that's how it is. So next we go to Ray. He has a radio as well, just like the official Ray. Same problems inside. His hair is a bit too light. Body is very bloody. I can barely see the red. Also, notice that the belts use silver, whereas the official one's just grey. Just look at the back. See, it says wrap, whereas the official cost says Ray. So this guy is gangster. And yeah, the face is a bit off. It's not the same face. It's very different. I get what they were going for. Like on the front, it's the same, and they probably just took the front face. They altered the front face, and they forgot to remove the lines on his cheek, so he looks a bit weird there. So, and again, the ghost is missing the little twirly bits. I'm just gonna double check him. Yeah, PT says Y instead of R. So that's weird, definitely weird. So, and we head over to the last guy, which is Winston. So there he is. Get the official one. Okay, the skin color is slightly lighter in tone. The W and Z is the wrong font on him, and the coloring of the ghost trap is the reverse order. Black and yellow have been swapped. Again, I don't know the reason why. Even on the packaging of this bootleg set, the coloring was not swapped around. And there's the back, and it says Winston. Righty then. Also do note that the coloring there is also just a tad bit different from the official one. The brown is less, it's a bit more hint of red in the brown on the bootleg, on the straps on the back. So there he is. Oh, let me just get this handlebar on there. There we go. By the way, all of them at the bottom say Block Series Building Villain World. That's really, I don't know who the hell translated that text. It's terrible. So that's the Xinh brand of Ghostbusters. From the front it actually looks pretty decent, but the font is wrong and all the coloring is slightly different. The print is uneven on the black lining, so you may get a figure that's slightly thick figure or a figure with slightly thinner lines. Hair coloring's a bit off, all the face and torso plastic are all a bit off. Black plastic course is just fine. Proton packs are slightly different from the official one, a bit smaller, which can be a good thing for some people, but it definitely looks less like the Proton pack, and the printing on the Proton pack is always they always on the wrong axes. It's like just off center, slightly rotated. The little whip that holds the pack is rubbery, so you can definitely plug it back in. Articulation and clutch is totally fine on all of these figures, and all of these figures do have a spare hand each, just like the Xinh brand does. So is this set worth picking up? If you really can't pick up the Ghostbusters set for whatever reason, even though it's not actually that expensive now, especially the second batch has come out in the stores, maybe eventually down the line when it gets more rare it's going to be hard to get, but as of right now it isn't too expensive. But if you really can't afford it, this isn't a bad figure set, but it just looks so close to the official and yet slightly different. And of course the back is terrible with these figures, with the wrong font, the wrong text, and the color is slightly wrong, and also the ghosts looking different than the official ones. But if you can get past that because you'd be saying, hey, they'll be wearing the Proton Packs all the time anyway, so that'd be fine, then by all means this will be okay for you. But for me personally, I think it looks just sort of just disappointing. Like, wow, these are actually pretty good and feels pretty good in the hands, until you realize all the little small details that are wrong, and so it just, like I said, feels a bit disappointing to me personally. So subscribe, suggest, and comment below, and who are you gonna call? I do have to point out that maybe one thing they could have done, since they've done these so different, is that they could have printed these on white plastic bodies instead, so it's more like Ghostbusters 2. So even the people who have the official ones, they might have a reason to pick this up.